Bro. You but someone getting kiked, I think. Perfect low. as Neutz. CEST Quarset Vu. O as Neutz Bro.
Haha, it's Halloween. Are you doing a joke or something? No, he bit babies. So we'll talk about that. And then, of course, J.D. Vance appeared on Joe Rogan. I only got to watch a little bit of it, but it was pretty good. So we'll get to all that news, my friends, and then we'll check the polls. Before we get started, head over to mypillow.com/Tim, because I know you need pillows. Once again, MyPillow has been canceled by another box store. So they are passing an incredible offer to our listeners. The standard MyPillow retails for $49.98. And now, for a limited time, you will receive one for only $14.98. There's a limit of 10 on this offer. Do not miss out on this amazing deal while supplies last. Order now using promo code TIM. MyPillow is made with patented adjustable pillow. It adjusts to your exact individual needs regardless of your sleep position, helps keep your neck aligned, and holds its shape all night long so you get the best sleep of your life. But that's not all. You can get their 6-piece kitchen or bath towel selling $25, brand new mattress topper as low as $69.98, and their famous MyPillow bed sheets for as low as $25, and so much more. So go to mypillow.com, use promo code TIM, mypillow.com/Tim, and support Mike Lindell. But also, don't forget, timcast.com. Head over there now, click Join Us, become a member to support our work directly. If you're looking for friends, a place to hang out, maybe you want to meet some people who have similar ideas, or you want to challenge your ideas, the Discord server is the place to be. So you become a member at timcast.com. You get access to our Discord server, and as a member, you also get to call in to our members-only uncensored show, and we will have that for you tonight. So smash that like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with everyone you know, and leave us a good review on the audio podcast site if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or wherever you may get your podcasts. Joining us tonight to talk about this and so much more is Joel Valdez.
Hey everyone, it's Joel Valdez. Great to be back on the show. As you can tell, this isn't my normal wear. I am dressed as Steve Bannon for Halloween. So I got the 3 pens, I got the 3 shirts, I got the barber. Great. It is slightly hot in the studio, but
it's hot.
We'll make it.
It is very hot.
Bannon does it every day, day in and day out. For those who don't know me, I'm a senior advisor to Congresswoman Lauren Boebert on Capitol Hill, previously with Rep. Matt Gaetz, and just excited to be back on. Thanks for having me.
We had the heat turned on because it was like 30 degrees last week, and now it was 80 today. So we had to turn the air conditioning back on. That's fall. Seamus is hanging out.
Good to be here. I'm Seamus Coughlin of Freedom Tunes. We just released a cartoon today, which is one of my personal favorites. I think you guys will really enjoy it. It's about Doug. It's about Kamala's wonderful husband who's reshaping masculinity. And I just really want you all to check that one out. I think you're going to enjoy it.
Tell me there's a training montage.
I don't even know that one. Listen, I don't want to spoil anything. But I think it's pretty good.
The Rocky montage. Lifting weights, getting ready for the big fight with his girlfriend. How you doing? My name's Philip Bonte. I'm the lead singer of the heavy metal band All That Remains. I'm an anti-communist and counter-revolutionary. Let's go.
Here's the big news from Axios.com. Trump sues CBS News for $10 billion.
With a B.
That's a B. Over Harris interview. Now, you may have heard the story because the corporate press was lying about it. Well, that's what they do. They said Donald Trump wanted to arrest CBS News arrested because interviewing Kamala was illegal. Of course, that is not what Donald Trump said. What Trump said was that the selective editing, the different versions that were released, were in essence aiding Kamala Harris. The first clips of the interview that came out made her look really bad. Maybe they didn't realize, I don't know, but she looked pretty bad. They then released a totally different response. According to the lawsuit, this is election interference. Axios says former President Trump filed a lawsuit against CBS News Thursday, alleging the network engaged in election interference by doctoring 60 Minutes interview with Vice President Harris. Trump is seeking $10 billion in damages for CBS alleged partisan and lawful acts of election and voter interference, which the lawsuit claims were intended to confuse the public and attempt to tip the scales towards Democrats in the 2024 presidential election. The lawsuit was first reported by Fox News. So we actually have it right here. This is the Scribd jury trial demanded. And it says this action concerns CBS's partisan unlawful acts. And let's go down a little bit and get the actual claims here. On October 20th, 2024, attempting unsuccessfully to stop the bad press without providing transparency, CBS News released a statement conceding that President Trump was accurate in his assertion that the interview with Kamala was doctored to confuse, deceive, and mislead the American people in order to try and interfere in the election on behalf of Kamala. As President Trump stated, and as made crystal clear in the video he referenced and attached, a giant fake news scam by CBS and 60 Minutes. Her real answer was crazy or dumb, so they actually replaced it with another answer in order to save her or at least make her look better. A fake news scam, which is totally illegal, take away the CBS license. Now I have to wonder, maybe CBS did this not because of what Kamala said, but because of how it made them look as a news organization.
What do you mean?
They had a bomb of an interview. I mean, imagine you're like, we're going to sit down with the sitting vice president, and she just goes, people are going to be like, this is the worst garbage I've ever seen. How could you produce this?
Yeah.
So what if CBS was like, we need to make this more appealing?
Well, and especially if you don't push back sufficiently. So if this person is giving ridiculous non-answers and babbling on, and they refuse to say anything about their actual policy positions, and they generally sound moronic, and then you just sit there and don't push back against anything they're saying, it does look pretty bad for you. Or even worse, you pretend that what they're saying is compelling. I mean, Kamala Harris is very used to having her hand held by corporate media and being spoken to in the most gentle possible terms. This is why she considered it such an insult and why her fans considered it such an insult for Joe Rogan to not give her special treatment relative to Trump. To them, if they're not getting special treatment, they're being persecuted. So look, everyone knew that if anyone in the corporate press talked to her, they were going to baby her. And that's clearly what happened here. Though, to your point, Tim, if it was because they were embarrassed by their own performance, that wouldn't entirely shock me either.
To your point about the about having her handheld and stuff, you saw that pretty clearly on display when she did the Brett Baer interview, and she was like essentially asking him to throw her lifeline when she was like, you know what I mean, and he was just like, yeah. Nope, did you hear I don't know what you mean.
Did you hear what Rogan said? That, and I'm trying to paraphrase because I don't want to put words in his mouth, but I'm pretty sure what he was saying was that he knew if he traveled to her for the interview, her handlers would be in that he wouldn't be able to pull up or fact check anything she says. So they knew they couldn't come in and sit down. See, here's the thing. Why does Kamala Harris go to call her daddy and Shannon Sharp at Breakfast Club? They don't fact check anything. Exactly. Rogan in real time says, Jamie, pull that up.
Well, and it would be interesting to see if CBS says that they interview other people's interviews as well. I'm sorry, if they edit other people's interviews as well. Well, what would be the precedent for them to be doing this? Say, was it only Kamala or was it other people as well? That's something else to consider.
That might have to be their only defense. No, we do this all the time for everybody.
Oh, we had everyone's interview.
Yeah, it's all fake news.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's true. It's true. And to your point about her not wanting to be fact-checked, what her and other left-wing candidates do is they will just smugly state that something is misinformation or has been debunked, even when it hasn't, and oftentimes without ever providing a source for that claim.
Actually, Seamus, that claim has been debunked already.
All right, you got me. That makes it true.
I have no proof.
When you call something debunked, that means it isn't true. That's all you have to say.
Right.
Yep.
And so it would be very embarrassing for her to plainly and arrogantly state that something was debunked and then have Joe hold the information up in front of her. Kamala can't respond to basic questions such as, how many people do you think have entered the country? She would completely crumble if she was fact-checked on air and shown to be wrong.
That's why she won't answer.
Exactly. But there's this other hilarious phenomenon we see with these left-wing pundits where they'll go, this is insane. J.D. Vance and Donald Trump said they didn't like the fact-checking at the debate. They speak about fact-checking as if there are these arbiters of truth who are totally non-biased and not bought into one side or the other, when they clearly are all leftists who work for the corporate press or are adjacent to them. And then they act as if we have just found these oracles of pure truth who are going to fact-check everyone equally, and it's nonsense. People since the beginning of time have been claiming that their opponents said things that are factually incorrect. But for whatever reason, when you use this phrase, fact check, they fact checked him, it just shuts down all thinking. Oh, it was a fact checker? A fact checker said it? That's true. It must be true. How could it be? The guy, he's a fact checker. He says that he has the label. They gave him this label, fact checker. He checks the facts. He's right. Why disagree?
It's all fake, though, because people on the right have tried to create fact-checking organizations. It doesn't change anything. The left is a cult, and people on the right need to stop trying to suck up to these cult members. With the Ryan James Gurdusky thing, dude, I could have predicted gig at CNN. Like, we all know where this is going. The cult is going to start bucking like chickens, hooting and screaming the moment you say anything out of line with their deranged worldview.
Yeah, being familiar with Ryan's content, I was surprised that he lasted that long. But it was good while it lasted. I mean, it was interesting I do actually like Abby Phillips' show on CNN, but it was I just find it more interesting than some of the other left-wing slop that's on CNN.
So it's a low bar. But I hear
it is a low bar. It is a low bar.
The bar is very low. Maybe underground.
Yeah, but I mean, it was the way that they kicked him off the show was just totally stupid.
But this is, I mean, this is the other thing too with the double standards we see in politics right now. Whenever legal action is taken against Trump, the fact that legal action was taken is proof that he's guilty of something. Whenever Trump or any Republican takes legal action against somebody else, that's lawfare and they're bullying.
Well, this is true for literally everything, though. I mean, for the longest time, anytime someone's accused of a crime, it's proof they did it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like people at J6, there are people who lost their jobs just for being indicted. There was nothing was proven. Doesn't matter anymore.
That's clearly a feature of the age of social media. Whereas if you hear something, that's enough for you to say, "Oh, I don't like that person, so I'm sure they did it." And whether it be whichever side, it doesn't really matter. The presumption of innocence has entirely evaporated in the United States, and I mean that's a significant problem, because the presumption of innocence is it's not only is it foundational to our legal system, but it also speaks to a high trust society. It's like we assume that people are generally good, and if we don't assume that, you're going to continue to see the degradation of trust in other people in your society, and that's part of the reason why you have to have more and more laws. If you have a society that's high trust, you have to have authority to push to make people do things, as opposed to you have a society where people just generally do the right thing. Then you don't need as many laws to tell people what they have to do. People are free to do what they want to do because you can trust them to be generally good people.
Now, another thing I think is interesting about all of this is not just the fact that CBS edited this. It shouldn't shock us that they would be carrying water for the Democratic candidate in an election, especially when they're running against Donald Trump, who's the most evil, fascistic dictator who's ever lived. But it's the fact that they felt a need to edit her answers, right? I mean, that really does speak to something. I don't think that this is a new phenomena. I don't think the media lying for Democratic candidates is unprecedented by any stretch of the imagination. But the fact is, even they think that she's so unlikable and incompetent that they have to edit their answers. So this isn't actually revelatory on a moral level. We already know that these were immoral people and these were liars. This reveals that they believe they have a weak candidate here.
Indeed.
And that it feels political too. I mean, the content brain in me thinks that if she had such a bad interview, wouldn't you want to draw some of those eyeballs to your channel? Unless you just wanted to save Kamala.
I was watching some of the J.D. Vance on Rogan. The first 15 minutes are hilarious.
Yeah, that was cracking me up.
I know.
He just seems like a normal, relatable guy.
He told a story about he was on a plane and he's a senator, and he's like with my kid, and it's like people don't really know, but like you're kind of a senator, and then his kid dropped a cookie and then said, "Oh, expletive." And then it's just like everyone's looking around like, "Senator, your son." It's a really funny story about, and it's wholesome too. It's like family and stuff.
Well, it wasn't just an expletive. It wasn't just expletive. It was like, well, expletive. Like looks at his dad and says, "Well, expletive."
It was good. It was really good. The reason I bring that up is like, it is entertaining to watch J.D. Vance tell these stories. He's very normal. That's just it. And watching it, he mentions like in 6 days I think I'm going to win, because I think they recorded it yesterday or whatever. But, or I guess technically we're going to get the data 6 days. Who knows? We're not going to have money. But vibe check, I don't see how Kamala Harris wins this. I can understand shadow campaign, but in any real sense, this is what Ryan Long was asking the other day? If Kamala Harris ends up winning, then what is your argument for how she won, how they won this time, how Democrats won? And I'm like, I got nothing. Like in 2020, I could make a bunch of arguments. People didn't like Trump, COVID was bad, they wanted to change parties. If Kamala Harris somehow wins this, I'm going to be like, literally nothing makes sense. Just like the polls, the prediction models, sentiment of the ground, Trump flags in Philadelphia, in Philly, in central Philly. I'm like, I can certainly understand people are going to vote for Kamala Harris, but if she wins, I'd be like, I have no idea how that happened.
Well, and if she does...
Because Republicans are winning early voting as well, too, and they've been ballot harvesting, too.
In certain areas, yeah, but what I would say is this. If Kamala does win, I would explain it by saying not enough people voted. Like, we needed to get people out there to vote, and they didn't. So this is what I'm saying to everyone in the audience now, especially young men. Young men have to get out and vote.
Young men aren't voting right now. The data that's come back is that young men aren't voting.
Exactly, and that's a big problem.
Men in general are coming in way behind women in early voting.
And that's a massive problem because men are far more likely to vote Republican.
Yep.
So if you're a young man watching this, if you are a man watching this, get out and vote. You have to get out and vote because it is possible for her to win. If she does win, it's going to be because so many men stayed home.
Yep.
What I'm saying is if young men get out and vote, they can actually turn this around. Like, they can save this country. We have so many issues right now, and it's funny because I see all these memes where people will post videos of guys fighting in wars, and they'll go like, oh, me and the boys when some girl votes for Kamala because Taylor Swift endorsed her.
That's right.
And like, that's funny. But honestly, bro, the reality is that if that happens, it's because you didn't get out there and cancel out the vote of someone who only voted because Taylor Swift told them to. So you know what you got to do? For every person who went out and voted because Taylor Swift said they should vote for someone, you got to go out there, you got to make sure you cancel their vote out.
The data that I've seen so far in some of these swing states, people have been tweeting about, is that men are not voting at large enough numbers right now. Women are outvoting men, and that's always been true, that women are high propensity voters and men are low propensity voters. And so, look, man, you know what I see? I suppose that might be it. If the data comes back and shows that women voted at like 5 to 10 points higher than guys, then I can understand, okay, well, that's how Kamala Harris won, I guess.
Exactly.
The women went in the voting booth, winked at each other, and then voted against their family's wishes.
Exactly.
So, you know, there you go.
So, fellas, get out there. You got to get out there and vote. You got to get out there and vote. Be a patriot. Be a real patriot.
Can we do a poll in chat? Can we get a 1 if you've already voted? And
Yeah, let's do that.
If you have not voted yet.
Yeah, and if you put it 2, you're going to be shamed. No,
we're going to shame you.
Banned. Mods will ban.
Mods will ban. Yeah. You know what, man? People got to, you got to get out there and do it. But here's what I'm thinking. If Kamala Harris does win, then it's just like, okay, here come the hard times that have been predicted.
Yep.
And so I wonder what happens to a society where there are a lot of jobs women will not do. And then when the system starts breaking down, men will not do those jobs for other people. What happens then?
I mean, we're already starting to see that in so many ways. Yeah, we're already starting to see that in so many ways. Initially, you have the breakdown of the family.
Look at everybody saying they voted.
Oh, everyone's saying they voted? Well, that's... I mean, listen, I'm happy to hear it.
Some 2s in there. It's a little bit.
I see some 2s, but it's overwhelmingly 1s. I'm just saying, like...
I don't want to see any 2s, boys. Get out there and vote.
I would prefer a comfortable American society with wealth and technology. But I'm also just like... You know, man, if the collapse comes, I'll just do what I got to do, I guess. But that means a lot of these guys who won't go vote and all these male feminists are going to be crying.
Bro, if you can't even get out and vote, how are you going to survive Kamala's America? How on earth are you going to survive the world war she's going to start if you can't even get out of your house and vote? Dude, you're done. Get out. Vote.
Yeah. I find that Kamala's Project 2021 kind of sucked. And I don't want to see her Project 2025. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, that's right. When Kamala said that men need to be deported. We need to get rid of all the men. Boys, if you don't vote...
Did you see that video where they're like, oh, I'm too political for you? I'm sorry. I just don't know if I'm allowed to have a credit card in 7 days. Do you see those?
It's so ridiculous.
First of all, if you're that stupid, you should not be allowed to have a credit card right now. You are that easy to trick. If somebody convinced you that you having a credit card 7 days from now hinges on who gets elected, I don't trust you with a credit card. So you know what? Maybe you're right.
But Seamus,
let me play the video.
The Avengers
Credit card without
endorsed
my
Kamala.
credit card.
Oh, we're done then.
We're done.
We're done.
All right, you guys ready? All right, so we got this clip. It's like a montage of paranoid, delusional individuals, and they're claiming that Trump is going to, like, I don't know, ban women from owning credit cards. Here's the clip.
Not too political? My bad. I just don't know if I'll be able to own a credit card without my husband's permission in 7 days.
Oh, did I get too political? My bad. I just don't know if I want to get rid of overtime in 7 days.
Like, can I just pause real quick? There's a lot of these.
They'll just say things.
They're just making things up.
There's no indication.
Trump comes out and he's like, I'm going to get rid of taxes on your overtime. And he goes, Trump said he's going to ban overtime.
He's got, like, look, am I too political? I want to know if I'm going to be able to own a dog. I want to know if I'll be allowed legally to own a dog.
Oh, I've gotten too political? My bad. I just want to make sure I have access to birth control in 7 days.
Did Trump say he's going to ban it?
He said no more. He says anyone who uses birth control is getting deported too.
And I'm talking about condoms.
Everything.
Not pills.
Everything. So,
Seamus, was it you who brought that up, that like birth control debates in the 30s were about condoms?
In the 40s, yeah.
40s.
Were about condoms in
like
the United States. And lefties go, we're just like the guys who won World War II. They would vote for us. And then you like read magazines from at the time. They're like, oh yes, Catholics fight against legal birth control. And they're talking about condoms. It's like
the guys who fought in World War II were trying to ban condoms.
Yeah.
Well, I get it, but here's another guy.
Oh,
all the guys.
I got too political? My bad. I guess I don't know if I'm going to be a U.S. citizen in 7 days.
You're not like, what? You revoke citizenship?
Were you on?
Wait. If you're illegal, you got 5 days left.
No, that guy's
just
a
tweaking.
citizen.
That guy's tweaking.
He's like, I'm a naturalized citizen, but Trump's going to take it away.
Well, no, to be fair, there's a more charitable reading, which is he's applied for citizenship, and in the 7 days, he's just going to find out whether...
oh, right. It has nothing to do with
That's
Trump.
all he's talking
Nothing
about.
to do with Trump.
We just take the paper, just rip it up, and it just never exists.
Here we go. Here's more.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I'm just worried I won't be able to love who I love in 7 days.
Well, no, because Trump has a device that can, it's an orb that drains your love from your body.
Crystal.
So it's a crystal that takes your love away. Well, so, because in her mind, let me just.
Hey, boys, she voted. She voted, boys.
I'll just make it serious. There's no means by which you can stop someone from loving someone else, like, unless she's implying that Trump will come by and then maybe like share disparaging remarks about her lover and then she'll not like him anymore.
Well, I don't know if you know.
How will you stop loving this person?
Here's how. So Project 2025 actually stipulates that we're going to use 5G to pick up people's thought waves, and they're going to broadcast that to Trump Towers, which is where the White House is going to be relocated. And from there, Donald Trump will determine whether you can keep loving who you love or whether you are getting put in the crystals. Whether you are getting put in the crystals. And if you love the wrong person, we will put you in the crystals, baby.
I heard that Project 2025, Trump is going to have a bunch of these collars that they put around your neck, and it makes it so you can't love anyone.
Mm-hmm, that's right. You're not allowed to love anymore.
Yeah, she's just your ability is gone. You just can't.
Only love Trump.
You only love Trump.
You love anyone but me.
I mean, do these types of ads actually move the needle? I haven't.
People who don't pay attention and want to be part of some cult, sure. Wait, here's more.
Did I get political? My bad. I just don't want my mother to be denied her health care because she has a pre-existing condition.
Oh.
I just want to, real quick, like nobody's ever brought that up. They've all repeatedly said they will defend it, but here's more.
Dude, I thought he was going to...
Political? My bad. I'm just fighting for the future of my daughter.
He was like,
what does it even mean?
She's like, oh, am I too political? I'm sorry. I want to know in 7 days if I'm going to be allowed to wear sunglasses anymore. The sun is bright. We all just have to get our eyes hurt by the sun?
I like this one. This one's pretty good. Listen.
Not too political? My bad. It's just that I don't know if my family in western North Carolina will be warned of the hurricane coming in 7 days when the National Weather Service is gone.
He's going to shut down the Weather Channel.
Like Donald Trump he's twirling his mustache. We're going to make sure the hurricanes come and wipe them out.
Hurricanes are going to be much bigger under me. We're going to make sure they do much more.
Trump will never see it coming.
It'd be really funny if like the first thing Trump does when he gets elected is he flies to Alaska and goes to HARP and just cranks it. Everyone's like, I knew it. Okay, wait, there's more. I'm sorry, everybody, there's more.
I got too political? My bad. I don't want them to start rounding up immigrants to deport in 7 days.
70% of the Americans.
It's half right.
I am in favor.
It's illegal immigrants.
Illegal, yeah.
No, nobody's going to go round up regular immigrants.
They're criminal alien invaders. There's a difference between a criminal alien invader and a legal immigrant.
But let's not be charitable. If she doesn't want to be charitable with what Trump's actually saying, I won't either. She's basically saying, do not deport Tren de Aragua. Yeah. If Trump says, I'm going to get rid of Tren de Aragua, she goes, I don't want him doing that. Okay, well, then you support.
Yeah, I think she's being loose with the language, though. I think she would totally want to keep illegal immigrants in the country.
Oh, I agree.
No, she would probably and
especially Tren de Aragua.
Whenever this comes up, they will defend people who are guilty of capital offenses from being deported. Well, it would be mean to do that.
Here we go. We got more.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. The only reason I have a daughter is because of IVF.
No one. Trump says he's the king of IVF and wants to make it free. So, look at his eyes. Like, my guy. Your eyes can go back to the normal opening width or whatever. If you just Google it, your eyes will close halfway. They'll go. You won't be shocked. You know?
No, he'll be shocked that he was misinformed. It'll get even wider. He'll be like,
His eyes pop out.
Oh, I got too political? I just don't really want JD Vance tracking my periods in 7 days.
I heard that. On the Rogan podcast, JD Vance, the first thing he said was, well, the first thing I'm going to do is get a big list of every woman in the country's periods to monitor on my camera.
I remember when he said that, and that's one policy I agree that he went a little too far on. But let's just think this through for a second. You're
going to get flagged for election disinformation.
One thing people do, which just drives me nuts, is especially when it comes to abortion bans, which are good and protect children from being murdered. One thing they'll do is they'll create all of these insane, weird, fictional scenarios that they claim will come about now that Roe has been overturned. My guy, for 200 years of our country's history, we existed without Roe v. Wade having been decided. For 200 years of our country's history, there was not a federal law. This was not until 1973 that the Supreme Court decided that every state had to have legal abortion. And guess what? Before 1973, we were not tracking people's periods. We did not have a pregnancy database.
That's what you think.
Yeah, no, it's true. I guess I don't really know about the secret Handmaid's Tale that was happening before 73.
Oh, I got too political? My bad. I don't want Trump to take over the Board of Education, put in his lackeys, his loyalists, and have y'all continue to think that Puerto Rico is not a part of America.
Okay, I got to stop. Right, you are wrong. It's get rid of the Department of Education.
Yeah.
I don't want Trump. I agree with her. I completely agree. I do not want Trump to put his lackeys in the Department of Education. I want it gone.
100% agree.
Dismantled. Thomas Massey's bill on December 31st, 2024, or what is it, January 1st, 2025, the Department of Education's operations will cease.
Absolutely.
It's just a one-line thing. So I agree, ma'am. Thank you for the last one. Welcome to the modern era of politics. Okay, I would be fair. There's probably like 2% truth in this thing.
Like one or two grievances that actually map onto something either Trump or Vance have proposed. But most of it is just not. And there are things in there I wish were true. I wish they were going to ban IVF. They're not. They haven't said they're going to do that.
No, Trump says he's going to give it for free.
Yeah.
Trump said he's going to have government-funded IVF for everybody, and then they're like, he's going to ban it.
You have a leftist and a moderate running, right?
You know. I wonder if these people just literally don't watch anything. It's crazy. We're in the social media era, and these people don't actually watch anything.
Yeah, information has never been easier to attain. Accurate information has never been easier to find and to spread. And people have absolutely no interest in finding any accurate information. They just want to go ahead and find things that entertain their paranoia and their fears.
Man, so I joined TikTok last month because that's where I'm hearing that young people are getting their source of news nowadays. And you can follow me at Real Joel Valdez, by the way. But on TikTok, it's insane how these people argue. Like I'll tune into a few live streams, and it's more delusional than I thought some of these X spaces are. And you know, to think that this is videos like this are influencing millions of young voters is crazy.
Well, listen, I'm sorry if I'm getting too political, but in 7 days, I don't know if I'll be able to use social media. I don't know if social media will be there. I don't know. 7 days, going to the bathroom's not legal anymore. What do you do then? Wow. Wish you'd voted.
I'm sorry, Seamus. Am I too political? I just don't know if Donald Trump's going to come hang out with me in 7 days.
I'm sorry, Tim. Am I being too little? Am I Jeb Bush?
I think you just...
That's all. I can't. I'm done. I don't know if I'm able to speak in 7 seconds.
The Tower of Babel.
This show is doing so well. This show is doing so well that we're all going to start speaking different languages.
Did I get too political? I just don't know if all humans will be cast from the sky and have the languages split so that they will no longer be able to communicate.
I don't know if I'll still be able to go to speech therapy in 7 days. I'm sorry, am I too political right now?
I kind of feel like they went to these people and said, we're going to film you, and you just make it up.
Yeah.
Just say
they
something.
Allow that, though.
I don't know. Sorry, am I too political? I just don't know if Hitler is getting elected in 7 days. It's like, well, you can Google it. He's not.
But what they do for credibility is they throw in one or two things that sound vaguely like something Trump or Vance would do. This is another issue, too. We have a similar problem in reverse, which is Republicans have trouble discussing things that Democrats are doing because what they're actually doing sounds so insane that people don't believe you when you tell them.
When Dennis Prager went on Bill Maher and said, well, look, they're putting tampons in men's room. And then they all laughed, and they're like, oh, you're so crazy, Dennis Prager. And then Bill Maher said, I've known you for a while. You were a reasonable guy, but this is nuts. And he's like, what? The funny thing about that story is that I believe it was 3 years before Prager brought that up. It had been viral. Yeah. Campuses were putting tampons in men's rooms. And Bill Maher's like, no, it's so they could have them for their girlfriends. You're making that up. These people are dangerously stupid and arrogant at the same time.
Well, they push for things that are so unbelievably disgusting and psychotic that you sound crazy for even mentioning them, and then they shame you for mentioning it. But this is what happened with giving sex change operations to illegal immigrants, which is like that sounds like something a parody of Fox News from 2005 would have in the Chiron. Like, it is actually something that Kamala Harris has proposed, and so this is a problem Republicans have. You will point out things Democrats are actually have said to do it, and people will go, that's crazy, there's no way. Whereas they will just make things up and say Trump's trying to do them even though he said no such thing.
You know what really bothers me about horror movies? It's like every single one, I swear, if a person could just write a sane horror movie for once, it's like there's like a zombies going around, and it's like a mummy Frankenstein, and it's punching dogs and it's throwing geese or whatever. And then like the cops show up and they're like, what happened? And he goes, you're not gonna believe me, but it was a Frankenstein mummy monster zombie that was attacking. And they're like, okay, this guy's nuts. And I'm like, how come there's just no intelligent, sane people in any horror movie where you could literally just be like, I don't know, I think it might have been a wild animal of some sort. Please, officer, come and help. Then they'll be like, okay, this makes sense, I'll help you. And then they'll see the monster. The reason I'm saying this is Democrats have this insane stuff they're pushing, like you mentioned, sex changes for inmates. And then it's like they're goading you into going to regular people and going, listen to me, they're trying to give sex change operation to illegal immigrants who are detained on the border. Yeah. And then these moderates are like, you have gone insane.
You've gone insane, yeah, exactly.
So don't take that bait. Just go, I go like this. I go, oh, what is this story? Do you see this story from CNN? Ah, this is weird. CNN must be making stuff up. And then I just show it to them.
And then they can go around saying to people like, oh, I'm sorry, did I get too political? I'm just not sure if in 7 days Donald Trump's going to round up every obese person and send them to fat camp all at once because he says he doesn't like people when they're overweight.
No, he's going to make sure that they all love him. All right, we got another story, my friends. This is from Fox News. Who wants to read the headline?
Sorry, man. Biden bites babies visiting for White House Halloween trick-or-treat celebration.
Oh, I'm sorry, am I getting too political? I just don't know if Joe Biden's going to try to eat my child.
Biden bit a couple babies. How many was it? Did he bite 2 of them?
Dude, any amount is too many. There's no number that would ever make this story less bad. It's not like, well, it was 1 baby. Let's call it. It wasn't babies. All right, he bit 1 baby.
No, it was more than one. It's plural.
I know, but it almost doesn't matter. Like, all right, any amount of baby biting is too much for the sitting president of the United States. For anybody, this is somebody, if you had to give people background checks to get a butter knife, I would deny him. This is somebody who should not be able to use like children's scissors that you're issued in kindergarten.
So it's along the line of cute aggression. It's the urge to squeeze or bite things perceived as cute without the desire to cause any harm. It is a common type of dimorphous display.
No, it isn't.
Where a person experiences positive and negative expressions simultaneously in a disorganized manner. Individuals experiencing cute aggression may find themselves clenching their jaws or fists with the urge to squish, pinch, or bite an adorable baby, animal, or object.
Well, it's like people go like, oh, you're so cute, and like pinch a baby's cheek. You don't bite a baby. You don't bite a baby, Joe.
Apparently Joe Biden does.
There's like no outrage over this.
It's just weird. It's just a very weird thing to do.
He's getting real close to
be fair,
adrenochrome conspiracy.
No.
Baby biting.
He's so desperate. He's aging. He's like, I just need it.
Snopes is going to come out and be like, an infant which was deceptively dressed as a chicken to look delicious was bit by Joe Biden in a gotcha, in a sting operation. So come on, man, I thought you're a little chicken there, man.
I thought you brought me my lunch. I thought you brought me chicken. I take a nibble, man.
Dude, he bit 2 babies.
He bit 2 babies.
Look at this.
Why are you?
What's he doing?
He has. Well, the thing is, he has.
Look at this. Biden was photographed playfully biting at least 2 babies dressed in Halloween costumes.
He has 0 impulse control.
Imagine like the Kamala aides, like the George Bush meme, where it's like, "Sir, he bit a second baby."
Well, dude, is
Bit a second.
Oh my gosh!
He bit another baby.
But there's also a level where you go, it becomes so obvious that this is elder abuse. Like when someone starts biting babies, turn the camera off. We don't need to. Like this guy, believe me, it couldn't happen to a nicer guy. But he is so out of his mind at this point. It's like, this is cruel. Don't show him to people.
I'm worried he's at the point where he's going to mix up the shaking hands and kissing babies. And then
apparently he's gonna
but start shaking
babies and kissing it. It's just, look, he's old. He's clearly totally out of his mind. He's on the biting babies stage of dementia, and they're letting him be in front of cameras. I'm saying that's mean.
Dude,
that's really mean to do to him.
When people started sharing this image of him biting the baby, I thought it was AI. I thought it was AI at first too. I was like, ha ha ha, very funny. And then I saw a bunch of people posting that was more than 1 baby, and I'm like, what do they mean more than 1? I thought it was like an AI thing. I was like, it was like a gag of him like biting a baby.
Come on, man. I mean, it's a lack of impulse control at the end of the day. I mean, it's one thing to have this kind of urge, which is kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, apparently it's somewhat normal. But the president should be able to say, I probably shouldn't bite a baby.
I don't think it's...
I'm going to take it a step further. A president should be able to say under oath, I have never bitten a baby. Ideally. Right, but
what's he biting?
Maybe I'm a utopian here.
He's got the baby's foot in his mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, look.
He's always putting his own foot in his mouth.
This one is the baby dressed like a chicken, and he's biting its leg. This one, he's got the baby's foot in his mouth.
Did you think he went, oh, it's a chicken leg, man? Trying to make a little joke out of it.
Do people like you're saying that's normal, Phil?
Well, I put it up there. If you
don't put that on Phil, he didn't say that was normal.
Yes,
I googled cute aggression. And it's something that I've heard of before, and there's a Wikipedia article on it.
Cute aggression?
Yep. I can put the link in the
Look at this. ChatGPT. Yes, sometimes people sometimes bite babies playfully or affectionately, but usually gentle and harmless. Yo,
they didn't start saying that until Biden did it. They didn't start saying it until Biden did it.
Yeah, I get that. It definitely sounds strange. Usually just a soft nibble. Like, is it weird if the president puts the baby's foot in his mouth?
It's definitely weird. And again,
that would be pretty weird. Even in playful interaction, it's definitely usual behavior, especially for a president in the public eye.
You should have impulse control. You should not be doing that because it is weird.
Dude, isn't it weird, though, that we also talk about the sitting president of the United States as if he's some has-been celebrity? He just came up. He did something, like you're reading about it in TMZ.
Bro,
this is the sitting president. I got faded into obscurity while being the president.
I'm making my plans over here. I hope y'all are, because, you can buy your gold, you can buy your emergency food, but I think there's a single-digit percentage chance that you may be hunting sometime soon. People
get out and vote so you don't have to. If you can't get out to vote, you're not going to
vote. You know what's crazy? Is quite literally, it's like if you vote for Donald Trump, you're voting for chicken wings, beer, and football games.
Yeah.
And if you're voting for Kamala Harris, it's like rationing, conscription, and probably the collapse of the U.S. economy.
Yeah.
And for biting babies.
The president bit a baby. Please get out and vote.
Yeah. Please, we got to get rid of this.
The president bit a baby.
He bit a child. That was not normal.
2 of them.
2 children.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, you make a really good point about how the president is not actually the president right now. Mm-hmm. He's clearly just lost his effing mind.
Yeah.
And nobody is talking about it. No, it's been a year and a half or longer where Joe Biden's just been completely fried and his brain is cooked.
The thing is, at some point, they're going to admit it. So at some point, a few months from now, it's definitely not going to happen until well after the inauguration of the next president. But they'll start publishing stories about things that are happening right now that will make you terrified. Like, you would be terrified if you're hearing them now. Like, he almost pushed the button, or like some insane.
Megyn Kelly said that she doesn't think the October surprise has come yet.
Really?
And we were talking before about how the October surprise would be Joe Biden stepping down and Kamala Harris assuming the presidency right before the election. I don't know if that matters, though, because early voting is so pronounced right now.
Yeah, I think it would be a bad idea to wait this late for the October surprise, too.
People who are going to vote on Election Day, I think, are nuts. You got to go vote early.
Guys, vote early, boys. If you're one of the fellas watching this, you don't want to get drafted to fight in World War III, go out and vote, dude.
Definitely don't want to fight.
Go out and vote.
Because when I went, there were 30 people in line, and it took about 20-something minutes. And then we got B-dubs.
And if you can't even get out and vote right now, you are definitely going to die if you get sent to World War III. You're not one of the guys who survives.
Bro, they're not draftable. Did you see this? Like, was it like 70% or something ridiculous number can't be drafted?
Yeah.
So they're gonna it's funny because I make the joke. I'm like, I'm 38. I'm gonna be 39 in 5 months or whatever, 4 months. What do I care? I ain't getting drafted. It's actually like, no, actually, by the time they make it through all the young people who are flat-footed and morbidly obese, they're coming for the athletic late 30s people. But it's okay because Seamus is a canary in a coal mine. He'll go before me.
No, they would never. I'm not physically fit. Are you kidding me?
It's not about that.
They're like, this is cannon fodder. This man is cannon fodder.
That's not why. They're going to be like, and what's your occupation? Cartoonist?
We won't need any of those. No, they'll have me make like modern war props.
No, they're
like Disney.
Frontline infantry now. We need you. That's right.
Yeah. A tough guy who'll win the war for it.
We're going to be like, what was that dude in Full Metal Alchemist? Joker? Was that what they called him? What was the comedian guy?
I never watched the guy. I don't watch those anime.
They would be like, gee, Seamus, you're real funny. We can use plucky comic relief when we're...
That's right. That is what's going to happen. Yes.
No, but in all seriousness, going back to the thing about, Joe Biden's brain being melted, can we talk about how serious that is?
It's very serious. That's what I'm saying. You're going to start to see stories published in the media long after it's possible for anyone to do anything about it, which will...
Oh, I have a video of it.
It's genuinely horrifying.
There's a video.
Oh, yeah. With the...
Oh, now what's he doing?
All right, dude.
Yeah, have we considered
the rubber gloves on the feet? That's adorable. That's crazy. I didn't even catch that. That's hilarious.
Away from
they got yellow rubber gloves.
They're eating the babies.
They're eating the babies.
Dude, that's adorable.
But it's crazy that Joe Biden's not even a factor in the election right now. He's not campaigning for Harris. He's the sitting president. He's biting babies. What is he even doing? And who's the president?
Well, I'm not sure who the president is. I imagine that it's probably just a panel of people, depending on what's going on. Whether it be, if it's something that the Defense Department has to worry about, it's the, Secretary of the Joint Chiefs or the SecDef. If it's something that the State Department has to worry about, it's Anthony Blinken. It's not Joe Biden, clearly, and I'm sure that there are plenty of policies or directives that go out with his name signed that he has no idea they're going out.
They must have stopped giving him those drugs.
Yeah, they're not wasting those on him. They're giving him a Kamala now.
Kamala's pumped up.
Yeah, but Joe must have been getting something for clarity, not necessarily uppers. I think they're definitely giving him IV treatment, but I don't know about uppers. He's got the plates in his brain. I feel like they have to give him some kind of like...
He's probably getting it from Hunter.
No, he's the president, man. He's probably got a lab under the White House where they're like concocting...
Best scientists.
Yeah, just all sorts of crazy nonsense. But if they really had something that could make Biden work, certainly it could make Kamala work, and she ain't working.
Well, I mean...
Could you imagine Kamala if she was like on like meth or coke?
Yeah, I don't
like multiply
I think I've
her.
Seen it. I feel I've seen that.
Have you ever talked to somebody who just did cocaine?
Yes.
Not that to be fair, not that I know of. Like, it's very possible that I have and just didn't know.
Well, let's talk like this. Like, oh my God, let me tell you a story. Like, I was with my friends. We were at the bar. Oh my God, it was crazy. This guy came up to me and I was like, I'm going to get you a drink. And I was like, dude, I don't even want to drink right now. But this guy bought me a drink. And I'm just sitting there and yeah, so you've met people who have...
If they're not talking, there's a lot of teeth grinding.
Yeah. Could you imagine Kamala Harris talking in circles, but 10 times faster? She does sound drunk. That's why SNL calls her drunk.
I don't imagine, I don't think that you can make Kamala Harris better just by giving her uppers, because I think that the content isn't in her head. Like, Joe Biden, at some point, was a reasonably sharp statesman, right? Like, he's been in D.C. for a long time. He understands how it works. He won a lot of elections. He's held multiple jobs in D.C.
Yeah, go back to some of his debates at the floor of the Senate.
And he had at least had the ability to do his job. Kamala Harris, there's no reason to believe that she's qualified to do anything at all.
No. Have you seen... I just want to mention it. for anyone who either wasn't around then or didn't follow politics, if you watch the Biden versus Sarah Palin debate, or even the Biden versus Paul Ryan debate, he looks like a completely different guy. He talks like a completely different guy. I mean, he has aged horribly.
I want to say, we're going to get to the next story, but I want to say something first. I want to say, my friends, we're a few days away from this election, and I know it is trying times. Costs of goods are way up. Energy prices are way up. You struggle every day. And now you're probably very stressed out about this election. So the one thing that we wanted to make sure we could bring to you is some levity and humor, which is why we have this next story. Distraught Rosie O'Donnell, quote, on the verge of pills at prospect of a Trump victory. Yes, the crackpot psychopaths have begun their rants already. And, you know, I've long expressed my fear that y'all will not be prepared for this. Will not take it seriously. And then come election day, your phone batteries will be dead. You will have no internet service, and you will not be able to record all of these psychotic behavior. But rest assured, my friends, they are filming themselves already.
Okay, so how's everybody's nerves about this election? You know, let's say on a scale of 10 being can't think of anything else and may need some additional medication, I'm like at a 7.
Additional, she said, because they're already on pills.
Yeah. So that's all right. I can handle a 7. I'm trying not to watch so much of the news now. I'm trying to recite that amazing prayer you do in Al-Anon and AA about, you know...
This is actually just making me sad.
I know.
Things you can and cannot change. Well, and, you know, if you voted, if you donated, if you could.
She's like saying, like, it's like she's giving a speech like she's leaving Middle Earth.
I'll say, like, there is a sense in which we really need to re-stigmatize mental illness, because these people will just talk about how they're on pills as if it's a badge of honor. Dude, that's not something you need to broadcast to people. And by the way, if you are mentally ill to the point where you require medication, listen, I'm sorry, that's a tough break. It's not necessarily, in many cases, a moral failing. You could just have real issues. I get it, but if you're mentally ill to the point where you can't interact with reality without drugs, then I'm not going to take your advice on who to vote for. I'm sorry.
Should we ban people from voting if they are currently on psychoactive medication?
That's an interesting thought. I mean,
the challenge to it is always that the government would forcefully medicate conservatives, but I still don't think that the pitfalls is a good enough argument to allow people who are clearly disturbed to vote, because both prospects are horrifying.
Well, it's just people will like brag about being mentally ill nowadays.
What's
like,
a badge of honor?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well,
neurodivergent, Seamus.
Yeah, then like believe. I know, and listen, we're all they're neuroatypical, and me with my typical neurons over here, I could just never understand. It's like if you're going to sit here and brag about being mentally ill, I'm sorry, like I'm not going to take your advice on how to live my life or how the country should be run.
People are not only bragging about it, but they will self-diagnose just so they can say that they're mentally ill. They may not actually have a mental illness. They might just be a little on the neurotic side, and they'll say, oh, well, I have this, I have that. And they'll tell everybody, they'll put it in their bios on X or whatever, so that way they get the attention from other people saying, oh, I'm sorry, and the virtue points, you know?
Aside from the fact that
victimhood is a currency.
That's exactly it.
Yeah, aside from the fact that she looks like the love child of Keith Olbermann and Mark Cuban, in the 2016 debate, Trump rose to prominence because he roasted her on the debate stage. So it kind of makes sense that Rosie O'Donnell, out of anyone, would be taking pills as a result of Donald Trump becoming president.
It does make sense. She got significantly embarrassed by him. But I mean, I don't know that there's a great way to figure out who should and should not be prevented from voting because of the medication they're on. It would be weaponized. Any power you give to the government is going to be weaponized against you. I mean, look at what's happened with the Patriot Act. Everyone was
I hear you
about it back then, and whereas I understand the impulse, you don't want people that are crazy or neurotic or whatever deciding the direction of the country. At the same time, any power you give to the federal government is a weapon that you're giving to the federal government.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't think anyone's like actually seriously suggesting that, but it's kind of an interesting question to ask, and in part because we have this default assumption right now that voting is this very important thing that can decide the future of our country, and every vote counts, but also our default position should be that every adult is allowed to vote. And I just think that's ridiculous. If voting is this very important thing, then it needs to be taken seriously. And we need to ensure that somebody is of a certain level of consideration or concern or status to actually have any kind of stake in the future of the system. So, for example, I just think it's an insane idea that a father of 6 who's worked hard his entire life to provide for his family can have his vote canceled out by some 18-year-old who just took out $200,000 in student debt to go to art school. Like, I think it's silly to say that everyone should just get an equal say. And by the way, there is no justification for that argument I've heard, which doesn't just apply to communism as a concept. It's always, well, everything needs to be equal for everyone. We need to ensure everyone has an equal say. I'm sorry, we don't. Some people are more qualified to make decisions and have more of an incentive to make choices that are in line with the long-term flourishing of our country.
That's why I feel I should be in charge of Freedom Tunes.
That's true. Yeah, exactly. No, we need to equally distribute all of the decision-making power for Freedom Tunes.
Yes. So even the leftists can help write you jokes.
Yeah, exactly. We have to allow that. We have to allow that.
You know what's kind of crazy is I was just thinking about the olden days, like, 1600s or whatever, and it was quite difficult to survive relative to today. That just meant that mentally ill people did not survive.
No. Yeah.
And so all the people of sound survival mind survived, and they would vote and they would have kids. But over a long enough period of time with technological advancements, we've created a society where we now have a critical mass of people who are otherwise incapable of making decisions for themselves, and they do vote. The weight of that becomes a lot to bear for any society. I believe will ultimately result inadvertently into a system that once again becomes harsh and chaotic, resulting in people losing their lives.
Yeah, I actually have a slightly different take. I agree with the general sentiment, but I would say that our modern life incentivizes and promotes and even just flat out pushes people into ways of life that are so unnatural that people who would otherwise be mentally healthy become mentally ill. What is an illness? Well, sometimes you have congenital illnesses. You'll have mental illnesses that are just a product of a person's genetics or birth. But just with physical illness, sometimes, many times, you're sick because you've treated yourself improperly, you've behaved improperly, you ate the wrong kinds of food.
go to the top all night. This side, hit me with the this side, this side, this side, hit me with the this side, this side, this side, hit me with the this side, this side, this side. I know I can make you feel alright, doing all the crazy things you like. Cause I know I can lay right, doing all the crazy things tonight. I know I can make you feel alright, doing all the crazy things you like. Yeah, I know I can lay right, doing all the crazy things tonight. Yeah, I know I can make you feel alright, doing all the crazy things you like. Cause I know I can lay right, doing all the crazy things tonight. I know I can make you feel alright, doing all the crazy things you like. Yeah, I know I can lay right, doing all the crazy things tonight. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Give me all that you got, you got. Baby, I can love you non-stop, non-stop. Go to the top all night. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Give me all that you got, you got. Baby, I can love you non-stop, non-stop. Go to the top all night. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Give me all that you got, you got. Baby, I can love you non-stop, non-stop. Go to the top all night. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Give me all that you got, you got. Baby, I can love you non-stop, non-stop. Go to the top all night. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side. Hit me with your best side, best side, best side.
When you get built-in AI, it gives back. AI gives you uninterrupted movie nights and more productive work days. Shop now and experience the joy of a Dell PC with built-in AI, powered by Intel.
What happened to the friends before we became lovers? Baby, it's funny how things changed. It used to be a shoulder that I could come leaning on, and I guess the feelings ain't the same. Cause you just keep messing me around, trying to tear me down. There's something that I need to say, yeah. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying. Baby, I'm shutting your heart. Baby, I'm shutting your heart.
have just died.
The new £5 meal deal from McDonald's. 4 faves. For guess what? £5.
Trust.
Switching to Vodafone broadband from Virgin is as easy as that with one touch switch.
I wish we never met sometimes. Dealing with another ex and I forget that you're the best sometimes. Wondering if I'm in your head, cause I hate this and I hate that you're making me say this, cause I ain't one to say this, but they think we're better off apart. Pretend that we don't get along. Would it be the worst thing if the car wasn't started up? We had to fog up the windows when it gets dark just to keep us warm. And would it be the worst thing if we both fell asleep? Woke up to 20 cozy, wondering where the hell happened then. Would it be the worst thing if the car wasn't started up? We had to fog up the windows when it gets dark just to keep us warm. And would it be the worst thing if we both fell asleep? Woke up to 20 cozy, wondering where the hell happened then. If it means I need to be more afternoon, or even if we never make it home, I guess that would be the worst thing. Don't overcomplicate, I tend to overcompensate. When you're not, you can't help it. My thoughts are automatic, keep pulling me in under my skin. I should admit, I'm gonna quit talking myself, talk to you. They think we're better off apart. Pretend that we don't get along. Would it be the worst thing if the car wasn't started up? We had to fog up the windows when it gets dark just to keep us warm. And would it be the worst thing if we both fell asleep? Woke up to 20 cozy, wondering where the hell happened then. Would it be the I'm focused on you, you're all on me too. I'm cute and I'm rude, I do like what I do. You said I run through your mind, so I put love on my mind. I'll scare you away, it's the chance of a lifetime. When you're lonely, are you ever thinking about the magic in me? Do you wish I was yours? When you're lonely, am I ever on your mind? I'm constant repeat, is it me that you want? Do you realize I could have been the one to change your heart? You could have had a bad girl by your side. You could have had a bad girl, could have had a bad girl if you wanted to. You even know the reasons why you had to let me go. You could have had a bad girl by your side. You could have had a bad girl, could have had a bad girl. I'm focused on you, you're all on me too. Told you I'm cute and I'm rude with kind of rare attitude. You said I'm still on your mind, but now I don't have the time. You should have been brave, you missed the chance of a lifetime. When you're lonely, are you ever thinking about the magic in me? Do you wish I was yours? When you're lonely, am I ever on your mind? I'm constant repeat, is it me that you want? I could have been the one to change your heart. You could have had a bad girl by your side. You could have had a bad girl, could have had a bad girl. Do you even know the reasons why you had to let me go? You could have had a bad girl by your side. You could have had a bad girl, could have had a bad girl if you wanted. Do you even know the reasons why you had to let me go? You could have had a bad girl by your side. You could have had a bad girl, could have had a bad girl if you wanted. Got me on repeat, got me on repeat. Got me on repeat, got me on repeat. Got
Chase is the digital bank that helps you unlock your money's potential. So you can reach your savings goals with multiple saver accounts and finally take that once-in-a-lifetime holiday.
I'll scare you away. The chance of a lifetime when you're lonely.
Somebody new, but maybe we should take some time to be apart. Not gonna cry, I won't ask you why. You're gonna go do what you got to do. I hope you know what you're leaving behind. You're gonna know that my special kind of love is what you'll never find. find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. But you'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. 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 Said I bet you'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. 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 Don't ever think that I should get out on my own. That I should give somebody else a try. Don't make suggestions, just stay well enough alone. If you're gonna go, why don't you say goodbye? No, I'm not gonna cry. I won't ask you why. You're gonna go do what you got to do. I hope you know what you're leaving behind, because I know that I'm special kind. Love is good, you'll never find. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You can search the whole world over. I'm not special kind. I'm not gonna cry 'cause I know that another one you'll never find. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. You'll never find another love like mine. Said I bet you'll never find another. 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 Said I bet you'll never find.
Time is luxury, which is why we spend it designing and refining to make the time you spend behind the wheel of a Polestar the best time.
Where do I go? Where can I find the love that I so desperately need? Our time has passed us by. I must realize that you must fantasy. Let it go and open my eyes. Pretend that I don't couldn't care less about the girls and your love. 'Cause all I want is us together. Heart not that back of mine. I must realize fantasy. Let it go and open my eyes. We live reality.
Never baseline mover.
Take me for a ride, make me feel alright. You can let your guard down with me. We could take it slow or pedal to the floor. Any way you want it, baby. Take me for a ride, make me feel alright. You can let your guard down with me. We could take it slow or pedal to the floor. Any way you want it, baby. Take me for a ride, make me feel alright. You can let your guard down with me. We could take it slow or pedal to the floor. Any way you want it, baby. Take me for a, 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 take me for a.
You'll never guess what. Dettol Laundry Sanitizer kills 99.9% of odor-causing bacteria in your laundry. What's that smell? That's right. It's me!
I can't sleep, pulling at my heartstrings. Every day I'm dreaming you would ask me how I feel about you, feel about you. I can't sleep, 'cause lately you've been pulling at my heartstrings. Every day I'm dreaming you would ask me how I feel about you, feel about you. It's so deep, your words they wrapped around me so I can't speak. Holding on so tight, I feel my heartbeat. Wish I wasn't hung up on you, wish I wasn't hung up on you, hung up on you. I can't sleep, 'cause lately you've been pulling at my heartstrings. Every day I'm dreaming you would ask me how I feel about you, feel about you. It's so deep, your words they wrapped around me so I can't speak. Holding on so tight, I feel my heartbeat. Wish I wasn't hung up on you, wish I wasn't hung up on you, hung up on you. I can't speak, 'cause lately you've been pulling at my heartstrings. Every day I'm dreaming you would ask me how I feel about you, feel about you. Wish I wasn't hung up on you, hung up on you, hung up on you. Ask me how I feel about you, 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 wish I wasn't hung up on you. I can't sleep, 'cause lately you've been pulling at my heartstrings. Every day I'm dreaming you ask me how I feel about you. It's so deep, your words they wrap around me so I can't speak. Holding on so tight, I feel my heartbeat. Wish I wasn't hung up on you, wish I wasn't hung up on you, hung up on you.
Trips that you plan for the next whole week. Been so long for a nigga so cheap. Being flex OD and sex OD. You got it, girl, you got it. Hey, you got it, girl, you got it. Yeah. Pretty little thing, you got it back and now you wildin'. You just took it off the line, no mileage. Waiting, you the DM looking violent. Talking while you come around and now you silent. You the Cooper 17, no guidance. You staying low, but you know what the price is. Ain't never got you know it being modest. Poppin' shit, but only cause you know you positive. Only being bad and I'm working. No, not bad, put the work in. Lost and now I love them all, so me you're perfect. Baby girl, you got it, girl, you got it, girl. You got it, girl, you got it, girl. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing. I don't wanna. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing. I don't wanna. Fuck around, get you my last thing, my last thing, my last thing. You need is me playing in patience. You gotta be frustrated. I don't wanna play no games, play no games. Fuck around, be my last name. I know you tired of the same damn thing. It's okay, cause baby, you got it, girl, you got it. You got it, girl, you got it. Freaky, I can learn a lot from you, gotta come teach me. Woo, woo. You a little hot girl, you a little sweetie. Sweet like pale and sweet like peach tree. Like that. I could tell you crazy, but shit kinda intrigue me. Yeah, I like that. Seen it on the gram, trying to see that shit in 3D, mommy. I know I get around cause I like to move freely. But you can lock it down, I can tell by how you treat me. I seen how you did, homeboy, so please take it easy. Good to have me on your side, I ain't saying that you need me. Yeah. 6 got tall, but I ain't trying to get preachy. No, no. I seen how you did, homeboy, please take it easier on me. I don't wanna fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing. I don't wanna fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing. I don't wanna fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing. I don't wanna fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing, my last thing. Fuck around, be your last thing, my last thing. I don't wanna.
We've got about 50 million followers. We're in the billions of views, and we're a small team. We always felt like our content was all about entertainment and being fun, but there was also this, sort of professional business side.
When you get built-in AI, it gives back. AI gives you uninterrupted movie nights and more productive workdays. Shop now and experience the joy of a Dell PC with built-in AI, powered by Intel.
What happened to the friends before we became lovers?